morning, men of TikTok. I have a question. Actually, I have a couple questions that I think most women are gonna agree on. All right, here they are. Where did all the good men go? Like, seriously, where are the guys who just want one woman? Where are the guys who date towards marriage? Where are the guys who want kids? All I see in today's world are guys in their 20s and early 30s who still smoke and party and they go skateboarding and they game all day and they prance around the beach in flip-flops, which is that's a personal thing. But my point is, they're still children. Don't you want more meaning in your life? Personally, I want to know where all y'all old-fashioned men are, because we like you. So if you're an old-fashioned man, or if you're looking for the right things in life, call yourself out here in the comments. Let the single ladies know you exist. Thanks. Have a good day.
So she wants to know, where have all the good men gone? And the answer to this age-old question, where have all the good men gone, is simply this: they haven't gone anywhere. Okay? They've just been emasculated, they've been neglected, they've been told they're worthless, they've been told they have no value, and the way society is going in today is society is no longer supporting the masculine man. Instead, society wants to create a bastardization of what men are and turn them into basically female versions of men. That makes sense. So, sounds like this girl is having the same problem that a lot of traditional girls are having these days, where they're trying to find a traditional type of guy. And you know what? They are out there. You just have to dig. You just have to find them, right? Because again, society is no longer supporting the structure of the nuclear family. They're no longer supporting the structure of a family unit being intact. No, instead they're supporting single motherhood, broken homes, broken families, two mommies, two daddies, no daddy, government's the daddy. I mean, this is what's going on today. And really, as a woman, as a modern woman, if this is what you want to return to, this traditional type of family lifestyle, guess what? You have to start speaking against the entities that are trying to attack it, right? And chances are, if you're a female, most of your friends have been brainwashed by all of this propaganda to believe that men suck. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I'm a strong, independent woman, and all this other nonsense that has really sent men running in the other direction, to the point where now you have all of these factions, especially in the manosphere, where you've got men going their own way, you got the red pill, you got the black pill, and you've got pickup artists, you've got all the stuff that was a result of really third wave feminism, right? Which started in the 60s. Third wave feminism was the cause, and the effect of all this is what you see today, right? Is all these factions I just mentioned of the manosphere. We wouldn't need all these factions if society continued to support that family structure where women act like women, men act like men, and they were not out there creating these bastard recreations of what a family should look like, what a normal household should be, and what relationships should look like. You know, instead you've got a lot of these same entities using like gender pronouns now, like he, she, they, them, him, her, you know, all this other ridiculousness in order to push a very kind of almost satanic agenda onto society that will attack the family unit, attack the nuclear families, attack traditional relationships. So you're seeing the very early, and I mean early, effects of that now. Whereas guys are really not wanting to be men anymore. They definitely don't want to take on a wife, a kid, marriage, you know, a mortgage. They don't want to do any of that, right? Because they're being told not to. I mean, look at the campaign we saw, I guess it was like 10 years ago or so. It was like under Obama's presidency. It was the pajama boy. Remember the pajama boy? He was like 27 years old, living with his parents, living under their healthcare policy and all that. So really, what do you expect? What did you expect to happen? So again, where have all the good men gone? They haven't gone anywhere. They're still there, but they've been brainwashed, they've been indoctrinated, and they've been propagandized too, right? If not emasculated and neglected and all that other stuff. But again, there are still some of those guys out there. You just have to, that are still wanting that family unit, that are responsible, that moved out when they were 18 and are taking on the duties of a man, that are looking for a traditional wife. They're out there. You just have to dig a lot deeper these days. And I mentioned it to my own students who want to have a family. They're like looking for a traditional girl who isn't on OnlyFans, who isn't on TikTok or, taking off her clothes. And they're like, where do you find these girls? I'm like, you just have to dig a little bit harder these days, because they're harder and harder. They're getting harder and harder to find because of all of the bullshit that society is pushing, all of the mainstream bullshit that they're pushing onto men, onto women, right? For men to act like women and women to act like men. What do you think was going to happen? So part of your duty, just like part of my duty, because I want to keep the family unit intact. I want to keep the nuclear family intact. I want to restore and maintain the order of God, right? Where it's man over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, and women over children. That is the order of God. I want to maintain that and restore that. You need to do your part as well, right? So when you see your sisters speaking against men and bashing the patriarchy and, let's smash the patriarchy, you need to stand up as a woman and go, hey, I don't want to be part of that. Okay, I'm not with you guys. It's not cool. And you know what? If that's your beliefs, then we shouldn't even be friends. And you need to cut those chicks off. Right? You need to cut those chicks off, and you need to find other women like you that you can kind of form an alliance with, and you can rebel against this nonsense, just like I have. I've created my YouTube channel. I've got hundreds of thousands of followers all around the world, and we all have the same mission in life, which is to restore the order of God and to maintain that order where it's God over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, women over children. That's the order of God, and if you don't believe in God, that's just the natural order that we're supposed to be following, right? And so even if you don't believe, you believe that is the natural order, right? You don't believe it's like women over men, and children over parents, no, because that's how society goes to shit. So it's funny whenever I hear these girls going, where have all the good men gone? And it's like, where do you think? Where have all the good men gone? Feminism killed them. That's what happened. Okay? When people ask, like, what happened to chivalry? Feminism killed it. It did. That's the truth. So if you want to bring it back, you have to start fighting against it. Okay? If you want that stuff, you have to start fighting against it, girl. You can't just sit there and blame men and say that they're all losers. They're all still living at their parents and they're just playing, Xbox all day and they don't want to grow up. Look who's encouraging them to live like this. Look who's encouraging them to do this. It's society. It's the mainstream. Everything coming out of Hollywood, the woke media, and all that is all anti-male. It's all meant to destroy the patriarchy. If you look at it, right? Most of the movies coming out of Hollywood, same thing. So if you want to stop that stuff, you have to start fighting against it. That's really the only way you're going to start finding, quote unquote, these traditional men you're looking for out there. All right? Doesn't mean you can't find a high value man. All right. So let's not mistake that with high value men, because there still are high value men out there. Tons of high value men. Not hard to find, right? And these days I would define a high value man as a man who is awake in life, not woke, but awake, right? Who understands like everything we teach here on this channel, especially, right? If you want to call it red pill knowledge, if you want to call it reality, intense realism, whatever you want to call it, right? Who understands that. A man who's on his own grind, a man who has a path and purpose, a man who's, doing that successfully. That's a high value man, right? That's a high value man right there. So there are plenty of those guys around, but the problem with that is trying to peg down one of those high value men is they're aware of what's going on in society. So they're not going to be so quick to settle, right? They know that they're holding the cards. They know that they have leverage in the dating market, and they're not just going to settle so quickly. What for? Society's not going to support them. What happens if they get divorced? The courts are all going to be against them. The laws are against them. And I'm not even going to dive into that in this coaching video. That's a whole topic in itself. The marriage laws, the divorce laws, it's all against men. So why would a man, especially a high value man, want to take a risk and engage in such a, risky deal? He wouldn't want to, right? Because there's not a whole lot of advantages that are going to go in his favor. But as soon as you commit to one of these girls and in their traditional relationship, automatically all the laws are against you. Everything's against you as a man, right? Because we've created that type of environment where it's very anti-male. Even though we've built everything you see in society has been built by men, right? Everything that's been created and invented has been by the hands of men. So yeah, it's always astonishing to me when these girls are like, where have all the good men gone? It's like, why don't you look at your own gender party there and see what's going wrong? Why don't you look out in society and start speaking against what they're trying to propagandize onto society? Do that, and we'll all be better off. But yeah, good men haven't gone anywhere. They're still out there. You just have to dig pretty hard to find one if you're looking to get married, to find that traditional man. And if you're trying to lock down a high value man, you got to work hard for that guy. You got to prove that, hey, not only are you young and hot, but you're not going to cheat on him. You're not going to be monkey branching. You're going to treat him right. You're not going to disrespect him, back talk him. You're going to be feminine. You're going to be a good investment for him, right? If you want to lock down a high value guy, that's how you do it. You have to show what you bring to the table, and it can't just be your looks, right? You have to bring other things outside of just your looks. A lot of chicks these days are so narcissistic. They think all they have to do is bring their pretty face and their looks to the table, and that's it. I don't have to do a single thing. I could completely just, disrespect him whenever I want and talk all sorts of crap to him whenever I feel like it, and this is my world, not yours, and do all that other modern day woman shit. The guy will just be gone. He'll just like, no, don't need to deal with it. So you have to understand, if you want to land a high value man, he is holding the cards, and you have to treat him as such. You have to treat him with that level of respect. Okay, because he doesn't need to settle for you. He could settle for anybody. But if he chooses you, you should be thankful for that. You should be grateful. You shouldn't act like a spoiled brat, right? You shouldn't act like this entitled narcissist. Oh, I deserve it. I deserve him. No, you don't, right? He's the one who has the leverage in the relationship because he's bringing all of the value practically to the relationship. And you have to bring as much value as you can beyond just your looks. I mean, maybe you can't bring the same monetary value he can, but bring your looks, bring your youth, bring your hotness, and beyond that, bring a cool attitude, femininity, value him, and respect him above all else. Okay, and with that said, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think about her little rant that she cannot find any more good men out there, that they're all living at home with their parents. Let me know what you think of her rant as well as my own. Drop those comments below. I always love to see them. I always love to read them. A lot of the comments you guys are dropping lately are hilarious, so drop them below and we'll check it out. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet. Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 Months of Mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 Months of Mastery, they were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms, or women who are passive prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it, and it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance, and let's crack on out of here.